Hey, what is up everyone? This is Chris, also known as Piston, and today I'm going to give you a full breakdown of this NFT project that I'm really excited about. So the name of this project is called Huxley Comic, and here I'm going to give you a full breakdown of everything that you need to know, as it can get a little bit complicated, but after this breakdown you're going to have everything you need to know, and you're going to see why I'm so excited about this project. So first of all, Huxley Comic has a real team with real video game and film industry experience. The project was founded by Ben Mauro, who has worked for Call of Duty and the most recent Halo that came out. So Ben was a senior concept director for both Call of Duty and Halo, and so he created Huxley here actually 10 years ago, and he has lofty goals as he wants to turn Huxley into the next big IP. So outside of Ben, he actually has a 30-member team utilizing a couple of other third-party companies. One is Feature.io that was founded by Steven Illus. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. And then he's also got some big name advisors with Ari Arad and Jerome Chen. Ari Arad is someone you may know as actually the original founder of Marvel Studios. So there is a lot of big names and a big team around this. And so you can kind of see why this is a project that I'm more excited about than other ones that don't have as big of teams or as big of names. And also this project at this point is relatively unknown. There's not too many people talking about it on Twitter and everything. So I do think you do still have a lot of asymmetric upside of it with this. The price of a comic's still around the mint price of 0.1 ETH. And then we are going to get into the avatars and the burning mechanism of everything. So before I get into a full breakdown of the project, I want to briefly touch on some of the gaming aspects that are going to be involved in with this project in the long term. So the first more immediate project is Huxley's going to be involved with the Wilder World metaverse coming up this year in 2022. So that alone is not something to be super excited about. It is something that is coming up in the very near term that kind of adds to what this project has to offer. And then the second thing is really the Huxley IP and the full-scale video game and hopefully film that they're building around it. Now, the video game is in the pre-alpha stages, so I do want to caution it's not something that's, definitely going to come out anytime in the near future, or if it even comes out at all. So I don't want to try and predict on when it's going to release, but it is an added factor that adds to its long-term upside for the project. And then also, Ben Mauro is sitting on some work for a potential Huxley film, which again is another added factor that kind of adds to the long-term upside and hype around this project as more people start to catch on to it. And then the last thing I just want to say is that Ben Mauro, the founder of the project, actually created this over 10 years ago. So this wasn't a project that was just created out of thin air just with the sole purpose of to cash in on the NFT craze. This is something that he's been working on for basically his entire career and something that he really wants to build into the next major IP. Alright, so let's get into this chart here that really explains what everything we're looking at right now with this project. So you can see the project is a comic project similar to Punk's comic. The comic has 6 issues, with the first one already being sold out and the second one currently minting right now. So with issue 1, if you bought 5 of them and you burnt 3 of your issues, you got a Genesis Token 1 that in January of 2022, you're able to burn that Genesis Token 1 for a Huxley Robot Avatar that you see down here. And all these Genesis tokens, comics, avatars, everything here in the long term is going to play a part in terms of collecting full sets and such, in terms of what you're going to get in the future with what they have in plans or in the works for the video games with this project. So the point I'm trying to make is expect it to be more than just a robot avatar that doesn't do anything for you. And another thing to note about these robot avatars and the subsequent avatars that are going to be released is that each of these are individually designed by Ben Mauro, so it's almost like a one-of-one art piece that's created specifically by him rather than, a lazy kind of generative project. So if you do want to pick up a robot avatar, the best way to do that is by buying one of these Genesis tokens or once the robots release. As of right now, of January 23rd, the Genesis tokens go for around 1.5 ETH. So the next thing we'll look at is the human avatars. That's the next set of avatars to be released. The robots, there's only going to be 1,000 of them, and with the humans, I expect there to be 1,000 as well. So similar to the robots, there's going to be a burning mechanism, as you can see here. Unlike with the robots where you had to burn 3 issue 1s, for the human avatars, you'll have to only burn 1 issue 1, but then you'll also have to burn 2 issue 2s, and then when issue 3 releases, you'll have to burn 2 issue 3s as well to get the human avatar, or it'll start out with the Genesis token, which you will then burn for the human avatar once Ben has those fully refined and created. Now, I do want to note that while there is only 1,000 robot avatars, there is more than 1,000 Genesis 1 tokens. So what will happen is that anybody that has a Genesis 1 token that didn't get to mint an avatar, they will have priority to mint the human avatars, the second one to be released. And I would have to assume the same thing with the Genesis 2 tokens. Anything extra that didn't get to mint a human will probably be able to be used for the third avatar to release, which I expect to be an AI avatar, artificial intelligence avatar. And then you can see with the comics here, there is going to be special rewards for collecting the full sets of comics. So if you collect all 6 issues and did not redeem them for a physical copy, that's called a pure set. So that is, you did not request to get a physical copy of the comics. There'll be a special reward for that. And then also it's expected, while not guaranteed, that even if you did claim for a physical copy of each issue, collecting all 6 of those as well should get a special reward. But again, all this is kind of yet to be officially established. So now I want to get a little bit more into the avatars, as there is a lot more to it than just the 1,000 avatars. There's actually 10 categories of the 1,000 avatars with 100 per category. So you can see in the breakdown right here that certain categories have more than others, and how these categories were kind of created was based on the serial number of the issue ones that you burned. There was a kind of a formula to that determined what category of Genesis token or robot that you're going to get. So we're going to go through the theme of what each category is. There isn't anything more special about category 1 versus category 10. All of them are going to be equally as rare. Now, but within the categories, there will be more rare robots or more rare traits, such as like a hoodie or, you know, any trait basically. There's going to be more rare properties. So with category 1 here, we've got the Wasteland, which is more of kind of like a Borderlands, you know, desolate world type style. And then we get in category 2 is Galactic. Category 3 is just more of something unique. It's called Probably Nothing. Category 4, which I really like, I do not have a category 4 token, but category 4 is Aesthetic, which is just, you know, really sweet looking avatars. Category 5, I mean, this one's cool as well, but kind of boring for me, is just called Classic. Category 6, this is what I have. This is Abstract. I really like the colors and designs of this one. Now move on. Category 7, Metallic. Category 8, Graphic. Category 9 is Paint. And then last one is Category 10, which is Military. And then here's just kind of another preview here of the Ultra Rare. So you'll be able to look at all these on OpenSea here and choose which one you like the most. And so as I said before, the team has alluded to there's going to be more utility to these avatars than, you know, just being a profile picture. Well, I hope that was a helpful breakdown for you guys, as this is a project that can kind of get a little bit complicated. So hopefully you kind of have your head wrapped around this a little bit better now. If you do want to get the lowdown on more of these under the radar projects like Huxley, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button down below, and then also leave a comment with any questions that you may have, or maybe any info that I left out, so that way we can share it with the rest of the community. As always, everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.